This is my job. Yeah, we did the Freebird bit before. Ladies and gentlemen, coming now to the stage, someone significantly less ridiculously dressed and incredibly talented. You may know him from the YouTubes, specifically the Vlogbrothers channel. Co-founder of DFTBA Records. You might also know him from Nerd Fighters. Mostly, though, we bet you just know him as the incredible Hank Green.
Anyone? Are you all down enough? Okay, you're out there. I'm gonna play you some songs. I can't see you, but I want you to raise your hand if you know what a cork is. Not who cork is, but what a cork is. Okay, keep your hands up if you understand corks. Yeah, because nobody does. The song's about corks. It used to be about corks and Amanda Bynes, but I took the Amanda Bynes part out and just kept it about corks. A quark is a fundamental constituent of matter. Am I getting guitar? Am I in the wrong chord? I'm not plugged in. That guy knows what's going on. That's better. A quark is a fundamental constituent of matter observed in 1968 through deep electric scatter. We found that protons were more complex than we thought. We thought they were solid particles, but they are not. Protons, in fact, are made up of 3 separate pieces. It just gets more confusing as our knowledge increases. And that is what a quark is. It's a piece of a proton. And they also make up other things, including a neutron. Oh, up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless some things are missed, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. Things made up of quarks, including protons and neutrons, are composite particles that physicists call hadrons. Many types of hadrons are theoretically described, but most exist for only very brief amounts of time. Quarks have electric charge, colored charge, mass, and spin. And having colored charge means they exist solely inside of other kinds of particles. They cannot exist alone, which is why quarks have never been studied on their own. Oh, up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless something's amiss, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. These tiny bits of matter are part of almost everything. There is no unified theory to make it less confusing, but the fact that we've identified that they exist at all is so remarkable that I am constantly in awe. Oh, up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless something's amiss, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. This is an absolutely unique experience in the history of mankind. That happened, and then this happened, with people cheering for a song about particle physics. So that... We're going to change gears. We're going to go from particle physics to evolutionary biology, because I think everyone's okay with that. We're just making sure. So raise your hands. We're going to raise your hand. This is the second time you have your opportunity to raise your hand. If you've ever been described as too clingy. I've been described as too clingy. Yeah, that happens to nerds and geeks sometimes. And, you know, it's trouble, but clinginess can have an evolutionary advantage. People are clinging in here in the front row, that's nice. Don't be afraid to cling to each other. Clinginess can have an evolutionary advantage, especially if you are a deep-sea dwelling anglerfish. See, there are so few anglerfish in the deep ocean that when a male anglerfish runs into a female anglerfish, it's very important that they stay together. Because it is very unlikely that a female anglerfish will run into a male anglerfish when she actually needs a male anglerfish. It's apparently not very often, which some of those guys know about. And so they have they solved this problem by having the male anglerfish bite the female anglerfish when they run into each other. And I know that we've bitten each other in this audience. We have bitten members of the opposite sex, but this is somewhat different because the bite, there's an enzyme in the female anglerfish's and skin that actually dissolves the male anglerfish, and he links her, and his circulatory system becomes part of her circulatory system, and they in effect become one organism, and he becomes a sperm-producing parasite on the side of her, which is a fairly accurate, that's sort of what I was. Now I have a very loving wife now, and it's not quite that relationship anymore. This song's called the Anglerfish Song. Well, it's true that I once went through life as a guy who always had to rhyme life with strife. Yes, I've been burned and I've been spurned, and through it all, my friends, I've learned that love is not about whether you get stabbed, it's how slow the knife gets turned. But my friends, I found an animal who doesn't feel this pain, and my life is so much better now that I can feel the same. Cause you can't eat the knife if you feel like without light, you can't eat the dish if you've only ever eaten fish, and you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. Yeah, the deep-sea anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but she has no freaking idea what else to be. The deep-sea dwelling anglerfish never has to find a mate. They are always there together when it's time to procreate. See, one they're kind of young that bites a female on her side, and then slowly he becomes a sperm-producing parasite. And if we can say he lives it all, he lives until she dies, and until the day he literally never leaves her side. Oh, you can't eat the night with your whole life without light, and you can't eat the dish if you've only ever eaten fish, and you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. Yeah, the deep-sea anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but she has no freaking idea what else to be. For years this rule has kept me out of hopeless despair. You simply do not feel what is always there. I ask my brain to entertain that pain is the same. That if I feel it all the time, can you really call it pain? Well, I don't have any friends and I don't have any hair, but neither does the anglerfish, and she doesn't care. Oh, you can't eat the knife if you live your whole life without light. You can't eat the dish if you've only ever eaten fish, and you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. Yeah, the deep-sea anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but she has no freaking idea what else to be.